Good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to FYI. For your information, we're so happy to have each and every one of you joining us this morning around the world, across social media and around the world. Welcome to our community. For your information, welcome to FYI. Siobhan McDonald is here. Sabina Jacobs is here as well. Good to see you, Sabina and Siobhan. All the other folks who are joining us this morning, whether you're joining us on the Twitter end, you're joining us on the YouTube end, you're joining us on the Facebook, wherever you're picking us up from, LinkedIn as well, folks, and all the other places, all the other pages, wherever you're joining us from, we want you to follow that page that you're joining us from. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you guys are joining us from that end. Again, another day with you folks, and we are privileged. Good to have Natasha Glenn with us and Seymour George, Sheena Hazel, and Grace Noel. All of you beautiful, wonderful, peace-loving folks. We are happy that you guys are here with us. Good to see you folks. Good to have you all here with us on this side. Great to see you. Happy to see you folks. We got a lot to share with you guys. This morning. So welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to FYI. That's how we do it. Welcome, folks. Welcome to FY and the I. Good morning, guys. How's the weather where you are? Do let us know that. We'd be interested to know how is the weather where you folks are joining us from. You know, we like to follow weather.com, one of our favorite places for the information concerning the weather. We find when our local boys tell us one thing, you know, it's not really and truly that. That's been our experience. So we like to follow the people who know. They're telling us, folks, at the weather.com end that it's 29 degrees outside where we are. 29 degrees outside where we are, and that it feels like 33 degrees. It's 29, but it feels a lot harder. I tend to agree. The air conditioning fighting us at this end, you know, the heat fighting the air conditioning. Yep. But they're telling us it's 29 degrees outside. A 24% chance it's going to rain this morning. That's the kind of humidity that's in the air. 24% chance that it's going to rain this morning. That's what the folks are telling us. A 24% chance it's going to rain. 24% chance it's going to rain. And again, we're privileged to have each and every one of you. 29 degrees outside, feels like 33. How is the weather where you folks are joining us from? How is the weather where you wonderful folks are joining us from today? Let us know. Mavis Davis Wells is joining us. Good to see you, Marvis. Very good morning to you all. A very good morning to you folks, wherever you're all coming in from. Glenford Gordon is here, and Gwyneth, Donna Joseph, Edward Brooks here as well. But we're happy to have Edward. And all the other guys joining us. Tamara Dow and Tommy Gibbs, Edward and Gwyneth, Denise and Desiree. Good to have you folks on the live this morning. Quite a few things we wanna get to. Quite a few things we're following. We're tracking, guys, in the morning papers. Quite a few things. And when you all see my eyes darting, you all so many things we got to follow. So many screens we got to follow, folks. Quite a few things in the morning papers that we want to share with you folks. But we're ready to get to it. Because we got a lot of work to do today. And from the studio is in the fields, because we got to get valid and credible information to you folks. We know how much you depend on it. Valid and credible information. We got to get it for you folks. We know how much you guys depend on it. Valid and credible. So we got to head off as soon as we're done. Ronaldo Bacchus and Tessa, Annette, and all the other folks who are joining us. We got to head off very, very quickly as soon as we're done, because we got to pursue the truth wherever it leads. We got to pursue it. But good to see Debbie Collins, Jermaine Griffith, and Glenford Gordon. Donna Joseph is here as well. Great to see you, Donna. How are you doing? Donna and all the other folks joining us this morning. Quite a few things to share with you folks. You better pull up a cup of something with us. Little porridge, little oats, little whatever you're having. Tea bag, tea, coffee, tea, Milo tea, whatever you're having. Edward Brooms, Yolanda says, I'm here. She has a right. Folks, when you contribute to our program, It enables us to go further than we can ordinarily. And that's part of what we'll be doing this morning. We got to head to a particular location to get some information for you folks. Get it live and direct. We want to hear, see. We want to hear. So we're going directly to the source. Elise Williams, Andrew Griffith, out front part. We're going right to the source to get information. So good morning, folks. Wherever you're joining us from, wherever in the world, right? Desiree says, I'm joining from, is it Katy, Texas? Oh, man, shucks. Y'all is the ones who allow us to say we have an international program. When you're rocking and coming all the way from Texas, you seeing and hearing us. That's Desiree, all the way from Texas. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in from Texas. We're in Texas, folks. Who expects? We're in Texas, Debbie and Gwyneth, Mark Garnett, Bernadette Patricia Miller. We're in Texas. Y'all talk to us gently, please. Come to me softly. Stars whisper above. Walk with me quietly. Whisper your love. That's when I'll tell you how much I miss you. But not only my lips. No. Good morning, folks. Yolanda and Gloria Chester. Gloria, how are you doing? I know if you've been quiet at the back end, but we've missed you, Gloria. We have missed you. Gloria, the black cake still in me, you know. That black cake, the taste still in my mouth. That's how beautiful it was. Gloria, how are you doing? Please say hello to the hubby for us and the entire home circle. Please say hello to your husband. Right? Gloria's a big married woman. Good. Because the hobby might think it's still available, Gloria. Might think it's still available. Some people are MBA. A friend of mine at a company I work with, he says, I'm an MBA, Duncan. Married but available. I'm MBA. Not Gloria. Gloria's happily married. Please say hello to your husband and hobby for us. Please. Please and thank you. Charlene Juice and Henry. Gloria quite patrolling business outside now. The vendor at the company told me MBA. That guy had a lot of truths. I'm grateful for people like that. You know, you go fresh in a company, they show you the ropes. Show you the ropes. He said, Duncan, this company here, when them folks pat in your back, Magnet Barrow, the tourism, he said when the folks here pat in your back, is the soft spot the feeling for where they could put the knife. Yeah. Is the soft spot the feeling for where they could put a knife? He said he's an MBA. Married but available. Magnet Barrow, Shirley Juice Tendry, Mark Garnett, good to see you. And Marjorie, Babu Ram, good to see you as well. Naomi Drucker. Naomi, you never hear these things in your life, you know? You can't have this program done, you know. You might come as a dunce. We're responsible for that. But you can't leave this program as a dunce. He said, when they pat in your back, Naomi, you're on this shift. And they pat in your back. How you doing? Welcome and so on. The soft spot. You know, they want to walk here at Julius Caesar. Et tu, brute? And you too? The soft spot they feeling for. That's the PPP. A PPP mentality where they could plunge the dagger. Clear Alexis Chomley. Claire, if you're on the job already. If you're on the job. Last time I spoke with Claire, Claire said she was working from home. She had the privilege of working from home. You know, when I grow up, I want to be like Claire. Make the money from home. Wilton Blue, Jennifer Griffith, Claire Alexis Chomley Richmond. Claire, we hope that you're off to a running start this morning. You hit the ground running. Now everybody's hit the ground running, you know. Some people wake up very groggy and, it's right there. It's right there. They got to catch yourself. Some of us old timers, no. You roll out of bed, you land on your foot like a cat. Pop, ready to go. It's right there. You know, you're ready to go to waste. It's like this song, I got the gun. Some other folks become very disoriented, you know, dribbling and all that. No. The rest of us, we sleep very serenely. We from the old school. Slightest thing, you go to waste. It's Michelle Solomon is here with us. Commissioner Cole is here with us as well. And Donna Brown. Donna, how do you wake up? Some people sleep very terrible. Right? You see, you got to get the whole experience when you meet people these days. Some people got an ugly sleep face. What about you folks? I sleep very serenely, very regal, you know, with a little smile, you know, because you never know who you might meet in your dreams. How you go to bed looking anyhow? I brush my hair, you know, put on a nice shirt. I don't know who I'm going to meet in my dreams, right? So I try to go with a little smile, just in case. You just never know. In my dreams, MBA. In my dreams, MBA. Am I responsible for what happened there? MBA. I am a subconscious. Who don't know? Right? I see Jerita Fernandez on the live. Right? Jerita, what is your sleep face like? Gail. Gail Alicock. You know, some people sleep thing. You know, I am out here, but I recorded my wife snoring. She couldn't believe it was her. You know? These things you're supposed to know before. Before. I didn't ask the question, do you snore? Margaret Nelson, you snore? Bernadette, Patricia. You know, you see some people, nice hair and so on. People here now, nice makeup and so on, but they sleep face. You wake up and see some people sleep face, you want to start packing your bag right away. Ask your hubby, ask your husband, what kind of sleep face you got? What kind of sleep personality? Some people vicious when they sleep, you know. It's kick and cuff, you wake up black and blue. You think it's a devil fight, you know it's your spouse. Sometimes your spouse is the devil for truth. Right? Sometimes it's your spouse. Bear blows in your sleep. These are important questions. I miss the one with snoring. You see? I sleep very serene, very regal, put on a little cologne all before I go to bed. You know, the deodorant spray and so on. You just never know. No, who you might meet in your dreams. I have an aunt, Robin. Robin puts on makeup. She said, you just never know who you're going to meet in your dreams. Right? Luann Hall and all the other folks. Luann says her husband recorded her snoring. She couldn't believe it too. You think it was somebody else? Yeah. It was terrible. We say you're pulling along. I can't even try to replicate it. No. I have a very serene way that I sleep, you know, and sometimes I just quote scriptures to myself. Warren. Warren says he wakes his own self up with his snoring. That's how his snoring is bad. He's wake up himself with his snoring. You see, Margaret is old school. Margaret say you pull him punt. Yeah, that's what we said. You pull it along, you pull him punt. You know, people ought to present their sleeping credentials. The sleeping credentials now. You know, when you get to know people. But folks like Warren who've been married a long time, you gone a long way. You're gone too far to turn back now. Right? You're gone too far to turn back now. Drita says she got to ask her spouse. She got to ask her spouse. Yeah, not everybody got to you know, but you got to marry. I find so. I find it's very deceitful of you if you have one persona while you're awake, and then when you're sleeping, it's like this Sasha Fierce come out. This whole alter ego. You know? Well, it's that who's talking the sleepers. Them I frightened bad. Big conversations with the self. Yeah. Them they said I'm frightened bad. They said who talking and answering back. You know, in the Bible they call it legion. How many are you? Legion. Folks, welcome to FYI this morning. Got to have you. We got a couple other things on the morning paper, including not exclusive to sleeping methods. You know, Apple rolled out some products yesterday. Apple had their development conference there yesterday, and you know, you got apps now that can measure how you're sleeping, your pulse, and all manner of things. You know, all manner of things you can get. You know, you got an app for everything now. Help you to sleep. Knock out the snoring right out to you. Knock the snoring right out to you. Treon Gittins, we see you there. Right? Bernadette say, oh, my belly. You know, you folks who come to this program and for the sheer entertainment value. We helping some of y'all, you know. You come and you view our program, your blood pressure go down, you left even more calm. Some of you, the house you're living in, the relationship you have, you laugh in a long time. You come in, you get a whole belly full. Oh, send me something, man. Oh, shucks. If you hand tight, you can't get nothing. Pastor Johnny Ball said that just over the weekend. Bringing brings a release. Come on, folks. You come, you get good medication. Laughter is medicine for the soul, they say. You come, you get it wantonly. Oh. Folks, we got a few things to share with you. Our young people are going up. You know, the aspirations, you know, loud. When I was growing up, you know, some of you gonna. When I was at high school in particular, I said I can be an economist. Looking back, it was the sound of this thing in my mouth, like how economy is a kind of an elegant word. You see, the first time I do economics at UG, I said, switch. I swing it out from like how Claudette swing, and that's how I swing out from economics. That's how I swing out from economics. But the beautiful thing is, I was doing what they call an extramural program at the university, industrial relationship management. It had a whole range of course. I said economics gonna be my thing. Right? I like economics. Economics didn't like me. You ever find that? You like some things, but they didn't like you? Right? I know singing is one of my things. I know that. I like singing and singing like me. Fire upon y'all who feel otherwise. I like singing and singing like me. But I got some other things. We not so. Economics was one of those things. Folks, economics give me some blows. I up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? I got a C in economics. I never so glad in my life. You know some courses, you're not even to excel. You know you can't make it. When I get a C, folks, it's like they just tell me I won the Nobel Prize for Peace. I celebrate for a whole term for that C in economics. But I rest the dream. You see? Me about to kill it. The dream just died just off. You know what helped me through economics? The lecturer. That lecturer was sheer class. That girl was sheer class. That helped me. That was a motivation. Going to the class every day. That was a stimulant. Otherwise than that, you see, the Lord works in mysterious ways. The Lord works in mysterious ways. He said, I know if I keep your attention in this class. I would have fallen asleep many times. When I walk in the class the first day, I see that lecturer. Right? You already know the lecturer. When I see the lecturer, I say, oh, Jesus have mercy. God come down herself. And then by this blackboard this morning, every morning in the class, first person. And I rowing. You're not usually the classes start 50 minutes after the hour. You know, quarter to I rowing, especially that's so long, man. Quarter to I rowing. Yep, when I get to see, I say, hey, thank you, Sharon. I had a own mantra. This is how I had to stick in my head. I had to stick like a mantra in my head. You would not believe. I said, economics is the only religion, and Sharon is the only God. Yeah. That's how bad I had it. That is how bad I had it. I have never had that bad before or again. That is how bad I had it. You see, that's how bad I had it. But after that, I had to switch religions because I realized the religion of economics was not for me. The religion of economics was not for me. I had it real bad. You remind me of the courses. You had ECN, it was what, 110 and 125. Folks, the struggle was real. The struggle was real. You see? And they said those who can't make it in economics, they do last. So I am. I roll over on the side. They do long communication. So that's the story of how I ended up there. Washed out of economics, you know, with a C. Ended up with law and communication. It's all right. You know, aim high if you fall, you can't fall too low. I was here in the stratosphere. Economics, the only religion. Sharon, the only God. Rest is history. Folks. A lot of our young people got great aspirations. We saw this young woman had career day recently. And you know how our young people dress up very nicely. You know, we want to say kudos to them. This is Ramaya Birch. They're telling us of, is it Alcleo Playgroup. She wants to be the Chief Justice. We wish them well. And we hope as a government, as a society, you know, we could guard them, create good policies that empowers them to be all that they can be. You know, and let them run with the dreams that they have. You know, some of them keep these dreams throughout their lives and they become reality. I'm happy for people like that. You know, who knew since there was 2. I want to be a doctor, a nurse, and they pursue that relentlessly through their lives. Relentlessly through their lives and accomplish that. I'm so happy for people like that. We saw this young lady. Let me get her name again. Romala. Romai. I hope they didn't mispronounce the lady name, the young lady's name. YAH. Ramaya Birch. I'm going to say Ramaya Birch. And she wants to be the Chief Justice. You know, great aspirations. Let's care for them. Let's cherish them so that they can go on, you know, and accomplish their dreams. You know, that could be the next Chief Justice for all you know, later on in life. And we must create an enabling environment to allow them to do that. Right? To allow them to do that. I can say something now that you might be upset with me with. You know, in Guyana, we gotta start to think differently. Right? At an early age like this, you start putting up a 5 cents for later education. Right? You start putting up a 10 cents. I mean, you might get everything later on, but you get something. You see, I find a lot of parents don't think so far off. Oh, this girl will go to university one day. Let's start putting up $1 a year. You know, 18 years from now is $18. I can help you offset some expenses. Right? Let's create the enabling environment for them to thrive. We are only aiming for young people to live just there. We want them to thrive. And we saw another one. Great aspirations. This is young Miss Hamilton. She wants to be a judge as well. Good aspirations for all our young people. For all our young people. Can anything good come from Jerusalem? That's a great philosophical question in the Bible. You know, can any good thing come from Linden and Tiger Bay and so on? Yes. You got to drive for your children to do well, and they can do it. I find that parents who are involved in their children's education. I ain't saying just send them to school for babysit them. You know, some children never left play school, never left daycare, because primary school was a daycare. You ain't concerned what they do there. Once they go in the morning and they come back in the afternoon. High school was a daycare. But be involved. We check in homework. We want to see how they're doing. You're encouraging them. You know, one F or many, don't dictate, I've learned, what you will become in this life. It does not dictate that. One F or a couple, right? But it's that relentless drive. You're going after your hopes and dreams. You're pursuing them relentlessly. One day, we can do it, you know. So we want to wish our young people the best. They're in that period in our schools, what do you call it? Curriculum, whatever it is. Career day there, you know, inspiring them. You know, what you want to become? Missing person, 14-year-old, Latanya Belgrave. Told you how we gotta care for our young people. And she's been missing for, I think, more than 48, if not 72 hours. Didn't see any information that suggests that she has been found. And we're going to put out this information. So if you can't see all of it now, we're going to put it out after the program. 14 years old, you know, of Parfait Harmony. She was last seen last Thursday. That's a long time. It's more than 72 hours. Yep. And we saw this in circulation within the last 24 hours. We didn't see any information to suggest that she has been found. 14 years old, Beautiful young women, beautiful young woman. You know, they got a lot of sick people out there would love to see harm come to her. Right? So if you know where Latonya Belgrave is, just 14 years old, there's a whole host of numbers listed that you can call. We're going to put out this information afterwards. I see Lacey Roberts says Guyanese children must be encouraged in positive ways and they can make it. I love that. I love that. I endorse that. Right? Create an empowering and conducive environment for them to thrive. Give them the space to thrive. You know? And see what they will be. Yep. So this young lady is missing. Let's get her back to her parents. Let's get her back to her home. Latonya Belgrave, they said she went missing from Parfait Harmony last Thursday. That's a long time ago to be out there at the mercy of the elements. You know, we told you all of that plane crash in Colombia. You know, they're still looking for those 4 children. They said they have every indication that they're alive. They're seeing lots of tracks and so on. Remember I told you they were blasting on loudspeakers the grandmother's voice. Stop moving. You know, they've been out there a long time. But with God, all things are possible. And so we believe with the children there in that crash in Colombia. We believe with Latonya Belgrave. Right? With God, all things are possible. And if you see her anywhere, help to get her back home. Went missing again from Parfait Harmony. We got a lot of numbers listed. And we can put this out on our platforms after the program. And if you guys share it around, we'll be most grateful. We'll be most grateful if you guys share around the information. Share it around. That's some of what we're tracking out there. Some additional information, folks. It'll be different in this country. This truck went down around the roundabout Mandela Avenue and Sheriff Street there by the railway embankment, that roundabout there. Intersect Sheriff Street and the railway embankment. Right? They said the hull of the cement truck, that's where they mix the cement. The owner just left it at the side of the road. See? In any country, that owner would be contemplating, if I let this thing and get a fine. Not here. Just left it. Just left it. That's where people walk. So if you walk in there, you'd have to walk out into traffic. Unless you got some superhuman ability, you can walk through it. Right? You gotta walk out into the traffic, or you might gotta jump overboard and swim around the other side. Just left it just down there. Just left it. That's madness. Absolute madness. Any other country, you'd be contemplating a big fine. A big fine. You say, no. Let's move this thing one time. But not here. We're different. Sukshan Sudhari, Jennifer Griffith, Tommy Lee. Different. Tommy Gibbs. Different. We just left it. Somebody else's problem. I never like it anyhow. It's old. I always want to get rid of it. I'm thankful the truck turner basically left it right here. Different. Folks, hundreds of you joined our live program. We hope you have shared the live so others get valid, credible information, folks. Ain't got no propaganda here, you know. No propaganda here. Let me for the other people. Talking about propaganda. Yesterday I saw on a Facebook page them boys saying how Letitia, what's the young lady's name? Gone PPP. Yeah. Well, she come out swinging, you know. She come out swinging and say, no. I am an ardent, lifelong, death-long supporter of the PNCR, and that will never change. That will never change. She said, don't come wrong with funny with that. As we talk about propaganda. Man left the truck right there, you know. This young man was seen removing a whole stereo set from a store in the city. You know, a lot of things here freak me out. And this goes for women and men. But in this case, this young man was caught on CCTV camera. He just walked through the door, the whole stereo system. I can see some of y'all saying, yeah. You see in the street, you say, but it look like he would give me some nice children. You know the old thief you're dealing with. You know the old thief. You know what is worried? Is if somebody else sending for thief. So when you come, you better bring a music set. I tired it's me alone in this house here and echoing when I talk and so you better bring a music set. He fetch out this, he paid for it. You know, he was busying himself like, took it to the counter and all, looking wrong. Then you just walk through the door. I can see somebody else say, I like my men like I love my coffee. Strong and black and so on. You feel the bell, oh, and you got the hair in your face too. I touched any buttons yet? You got the beard and so on. Well put together, man, like he's workout. He can be the father of my children. This look like my second husband here, but you know the old thief you dealing with. You gotta watch them. He just walked through the door. Right? But he said they taking long here. They want me money. He just walk out. Things tight. Right? Run to Harris says disgrace. Things tight. You see? But I'm constrained. That things can be rough economically. But you got your little values. You got your little decency. One of the things we learned very early in our home, we don't pick up people's things. Right? And if you used to, the beating, you'd get with a broom, a pot, spoon, a belt no. The pot and the spoon, the toilet bowl, the cover, the sink. You see? Those things don't interest us as a family. That's partially the family values we grew with. We don't care. Oh, you erase it, bring it. Better carry it back tomorrow. Take it back. After you grab here in the 1-2 times, big slap around your head and so on. You straighten up. You straighten up. You see? We don't pick up stuff. We can wait. We can catch it in higher purchase or we can buy cash. But we're not taking what is not ours. Right? We ain't taking what is not ours. Things tight in this country. Things tight. I tell y'all, there's a thin line between me and North Road. Right now, it's a thin line. It's only Pride McCain gone already. There's a thin line. The fella just walk out the store with a serious set. Just like that. Just walk out. Calmly, handsomely, brawnyly. Just walk out. I can see some of y'all. You see this man walking down the road with this set. He say, he got a good job, man. He buy this expensive set here. I can see some of the neighbors when they go in home. Look, Sharon husband. Buy set for sure. Now some of y'all got your husbands. You got bae. You got your spouse. Your significant other. Undue pressure now. Look what a good man does to his woman. He goes out there, he brings home a series, says, you just there. I can't get nothing out of you. Undue pressure. You people by the window. Nice time tonight. Nice time tonight by Bridget boy. Bridget boy, bring home set for ship boy. Look, thing over here. All I got is you here. All I got is you here. And them is the neighbor playing the music the loudest with the TV set. You all know it's them playing the music the loudest with the TV set. Poor Tommy Gibbs. Poor Tommy. They're under pressure here. I got to work an extra shift now for get a set for this woman. We want all this nagging in me ears. Right? One set coming up. You ain't touched nothing yet, But pressure. Right? That's why a lot of men just don't even go back home. A lot of men don't even go back home. You bring the set yet? You bring it yet? Look how long Sharon set gone in there. Look how long Bridget set gone in. 2 months now the Bible bring them. You can't bring a set yet? Undue pressure. Some men don't even go back home. Right? Wesley Ward, you bring the set yet? Some men never go back home. You know? Some men just clock out. Plug out. Plug out. Plug out far. You on your own. Yeah? You on your own. Yeah, I'm telling you. Real thing. You know? Some men rather 3 beer and 2 Guinness. And a Chinese food. Go home and hear you nagging all the time. You are set. I'm going to take 2 Guinness and 3 beers. Chinese food, eh? You try with them. Marilyn Larmer here with us. Yeah. Whole scamp. Got the whole set. Whole set. Whole set. Think it's easy out there, no? It's not easy. It ain't easy. You know? Henry Williams. 18 years old. Lost his life. You know? Fighting over a woman. The reports tell us that, and we grabbed this one from Newsroom, 18-year-old laborer died on Saturday night after he was allegedly involved in a fight with one of his roommates at Craigie's Bank. Henry Williams of Busby Dam, Craig. 11 o'clock in the night. Life on the dam. Close to the apartment which Williams and the suspect shared with 4 other persons. Right? Close to where they live. Right? They're telling us that a fight broke out between Williams and the suspect over a woman on the dam. Life on the dam. The fight continued on the dam area. This is the report. A neighbor told police that as he was bathing, the suspect came to him and reported that the deceased hanged himself. The deceased hanged himself. Upon checking, the police added that Williams was discovered lying motionless between some abandoned chicken pens. The alarm was raised and the suspect made good his escape into the bushes nearby. Williams' body bore bruises around his neck. The body was escorted to the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home, awaiting a post-mortem examination. And that's what the report telling us. Fight over a woman, 18 years old. Henry Williams lost his life. Must be damn correct. The whole world was right there waiting on Henry, waiting on his colleagues. 6 of them living in an apartment. You see where we are? You see where we are as a country? That's where we are. Life has become so cheap, the value for it, that we could take another man's life so easy. 18 years old, fighting over a woman. That's what the report said. Fighting over a woman. Yeah. Let's bring you up to speed with some of the stuff we're following internationally, some of the stuff we're following in the region, and a couple of things we're tracking in the 592 as well. And those were some of the stuff we encountered in the morning papers, folks. You know, we're a long way off where we should be as a country, a far, far, far way off. A far way off. Internationally, folks, Africa got a peace, keeping a peace team, a peace initiative team. They're going to be visiting Russia and the Ukraine. Africa sending a team. We got to bring this war to a conclusion. We got to bring it to an end. So Africa getting involved. Hopefully they can succeed where China failed. China was supposed to have a peace plan, and not much seems to have become of that. Africa said, we can try now. We're going to try now. That was happening at that. And the Pope was hospitalized recently. You know, in the past, he was treated for bronchitis when he was hospitalized and routine, part of his routine checkup. Right? He was briefly in hospital for 2 scheduled tests. Right? And this was 2 months after he had that bronchitis. And he's back at the Vatican, they're telling us, and he is doing well. Doing well. Back at the Vatican. International news, Mexico. The government seemed to have picked up one of the opposition strongholds there in Mexico. And when these boys love that here, Mexico, they were able to do it. Right? Mexico, we were able to do it. And that's why Christopher Jones had a admonition, you know, quite recently. We got to watch them. So Mexico, the incumbent government, they're salivating. They were able to. And they're heading to a presidential election shortly. You know, they're able to pick up one of the opposition strongholds. So the folks on the ground, they're watching that. Some of the stuff we're tracking in the region, folks. Some of the things we're picking up on in the region. Gail and Beatrice, Marcia, Tamara, and all the other folks, Dolly and Beatrice. So glad to see you guys on the live this morning. We hope that you guys have thus far taken the opportunity to share the live. We have over 800 people watching us across social media. We're privileged and we are humble. For those of you who are following us via Facebook, share that page for us so that others get valid and credible information as well. If you're joining us on any other platform, might want to share that link for us. Send it via WhatsApp or any other messenger, you know. Again, so that others get valid and credible information. Some of the things we are following in the region. The death toll is mounting in Haiti. Let me tell you about that flood last evening. Just when you think things can get worse in Haiti. A devastating flood, 42 dead, thousands displaced in Haiti. People of faith, let's continue to pray for Haiti. Continue to pray for Haiti. Continue to pray for them. Right? So that's some of what's going on in Haiti this morning. Yeah, some of what's going on that side. And then we got, quite like that story we told you about moments ago with the young man who lost his life fighting over a woman. This is Belize, a farmer, well in his 70s. You know, stealing for a young woman. Look, yesterday you're laying the man. Oh, shucks. So much in life could have killed you. You know? So much in life. You're farming and working fee. And like the demand's too much. He has to go and steal now. You don't believe I'll self-demand. Shucks. Sometimes that's the thing carrying you to your grave. You could barely handle the tractor. Right? This new engine is what you want to handle. Next thing you know, your whole heart give out or something like that. Stay in your lane. Humble yourself. It reminds me of a story we didn't get a chance to cover yesterday. The publisher of Simon & Schuster. Can't remember the fella's name right now. Right? The publisher of Simon & Schuster. He was estimated to be valued millions. But he married a young woman much younger. 20, 30 years younger. He said he was in hospital and she cleaned him out. You know? She cleaned him out, shopping, a whole set of things. I dislike people like that. Just because they got a little money in the pocket, they feel they got to buy something. They feel they got to buy something. You know, let me stay and we lane the man. So he's complaining now, this farm in Belize. Now he's caught, you know, swiping stuff. He says this young lady, she got a lot of demands on me. Well, so what do you want? Fight outside your weight class. You know, some of us trying to live backwards, you know. Well, all it takes, you do your youth, you don't try to catch up. You know? Trying to catch up. Well, when you're in jail ratting, she done making mischief. Right? Trinidad different. You carry your children to school, you're not getting shoot. That happened to one father in Trinidad. That happened to one father just yesterday. He's taking his son to school, and he's shot. Just like that. He's shot. This whole world upside down, folks. The whole world upside down. Right? The whole world upside down. Desiree Albert says since yesterday she's trying to share the broadcast, but she's not getting through. Desiree apologize. Right? I'm certain there's nothing we can do at our end. Facebook trying to switch up the whole thing every so often. I know I'm mad, don't just stop it. Just now you have to understand high science and astronomy and so on to navigate Facebook. It used to be so simple. Many days ago, too, we couldn't cross-post to any of our pages. We would try to access that section on our social media platform, and we couldn't access it. So I'm not surprised, but no, there's nothing that we can do on our end. I see some folks say, stay in your lane, Bernadette. Miller says, stay in your lane, big boy. Stay in your lane. Yeah. Good advice. In the 592, folks, we got a couple minutes left in our program. In the 592, you all know once we come here is what? We want to say, respect and manners. This is a rights researcher, Dr. Mahindra Prasad, and he just copped the saber, I think that's how it's pronounced, or sabga if you're going by, what do you call it? Syllabication, right? This in the Caribbean is what the Nobel Prize is internationally. It comes out of Trinidad. I can't remember offhand all the history behind the prize, but it's a huge monetary prize that they give that the awardee can continue research or whatever they're doing, right? They award for all manner of things, but it's a very, very prestigious Caribbean award. And I'm so happy that one of our own, this gentleman is attached to the Rice Development Board, and he's involved in rice research. And this is not friends, family, and favorites where these awards are concerned. You got to work your salt. And we want to say congrats to Dr. Mahindra Prasad on this accomplishment. You see, when our folks go there and they do well because of the sheer work that they're doing, right? This is not bluff by the work that they're doing. We all should feel a sense of pride. And I want to say, respect and manners to the doctor for the research that he's been doing in this area. I see some folks on the live got differing feelings, right? Got differing feelings. Respect and manners, one word. That being said, a lot of people out there selling dreams. We told you all the American embassy had put out some information. You got to be careful with these people who promising your visas, right? Kwesi Lewis has been remanded to prison. Same thing. He promising people he could help secure visas for them. And this was recent, and they're telling us he already has 3 similar pending charges. Folks, don't be so desperate. Don't. If the thing is for you, it's going to come to you. You're giving people $2-3 million. And the thing is, when you do something like that, no court can enforce illegality. Nobody except the embassy can grant you a visa. Nobody outside can promise you, I know, I can get you a visa. And you're all taking out your whole life savings. If going to the States is for you, it's going to come to you. Don't bend over backward in this hard guava season. You go and you forking out a whole set of money. Naomi wants to know how people get tricked like that. How people get tricked like that. Right? How people get tricked like that. If it's for you, it's going to come to you. And they got some ruthless scamps out there with clean y'all out, you know, and don't even think twice. Don't even think twice. I heard a story of a lawyer quite recently. Local lawyer who promising people in the US. You might have gone up there for holiday, you like the place and say, I want to stay. How could I? He said, I could help you out. I could help you out. And people forking out, excuse me, people forking out thousands of US dollars. You know? And then you're shamed because, I mean, you can go to the court and say, oh, I pay this man to get a permanent resident. Hoping that's because it's a lawyer, they come with the cloak. They got some scamps who's lawyers too. And like in any profession, you got some good, decent, professional people. But you got some scamps who are lawyers as well. Scamps. And some folks were relating a story like that to me recently. You know? The people trying to call the lawyer now and say, what happened? We ain't seen no movements. Man, even folks leave answering the phone. And if they do answer, they abuse him back. I can tell you, don't call me. I can call you. Don't call me. People done fork out $5,000-6,000 US dollars. And somebody hollering up on them. Scamp. 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 That's why you got to stay close to Father, because it's only the Father really truly give you that little discernment. You know? Sometimes your life experiences is now looking back, like if you had a laugh, now looking back at something, you know, on my own life experiences, I understand. While when you growing up, your parents could see some things far off. You didn't appreciate it. You didn't appreciate it. It hurt me to my core. I was young church boy. Had my little heart broken. And I remember relating this story to my mother. Mother said, she is not for you. Not never like she. The thing hurt me to my core. But only in looking back. This lady didn't know what she was talking about, you know. She got she little ways and so, but she didn't know what she's talking about. You see? From your experience, you can see some things coming from far. Right? It's not spiritual discernment all the time, you know. It's just experience. You know, you see some people come around you funny, you say, get this Satan behind me. Some people in red and so on. Get this Satan. The experience. You've been through, you come through 23 plus years, and you come tell me some nonsense now. Marie, Jim Cock bring Ram Goat story. Experience, get the Satan behind me. Mother watched me dead in the eyes. She didn't play in my young eyes. She wasn't for you. I look at this lady, and I said, like I can backslide today. I said, like I can backslide today here now. You know? All my heart and my soul I pouring out. She wasn't for you. You know? Lady and say, all right, get ready, I can pull the plaster off. Oh, Kuchiku. Sorry, boy. Let's rip it off. She wasn't for you. She wasn't for you. You see, but looking back, I can appreciate. Jesus, this lady was a godsend. I thought it was the devil's sister. This lady was a godsend. She wasn't for you. Rip it off, pop. Younger parents like that. Rip off the plaster. What happens? She wasn't for you. She wasn't for you. Yeah. That was the devil's sister. That day I look at me, man. I said, I can backslide today. Lord, help me. Jesus, help me today. I can back. Today's the day. Today. Local government elections upon us, folks. Local government elections are upon us, you got to watch them. Watch them. I ain't want nobody who had 23 years and they had never had time with me come telling me now that they like me. Like me? Folks, you understand when you get to a certain age, it hits you, you know. You can't run and like. You can't even run and love. You know the things I went through. Huh? You know the things I went through. I come up like a green dungs. Green dungs. They rip the whole plaster off. You can imagine telling somebody, I love you. You watch back at you and say, sometimes love is not enough. You know, I pondered this thing 15 years after. Then I stumble on this kernel of truth. She was right. They come and tell you they care for you. I see somebody had a clap back. Fantastic. Pray them announce. Because we care. Cash grant. You know, I saw somebody wrote a comment. It says, tell that to the 20 young people who lost their life at Madia. We care for you. Tell it to them. Sometimes saying it is not enough. 23 years. Now y'all but what, 26 in? We're on 26. Right? You never have time. If y'all had done roads in 26 years, you don't have space to do roads now. How come some places getting water for the first time? Huh? Roads for the first time. That's why we saw MP Chris Jones. This is the headline in the morning papers. PPP eyeing lands in Georgetown. And other municipalities, you got to watch them. I'm afraid that when we take back government, the Abnu AFC, you know, they will have no lands to give out. Because friends, family, and favorites going to be occupying all of it. And then they come and say, we love you. We love you. We care about you. Your kind of love is not enough. One man can sit down on 500 acres. And the Linden Suicide Highway. And Hillfoot. People can't even get a 0.5 of an acre. And a roof over their head. And you care for people? The policy of the last administration was a roof over every head. And we're moving in that direction. You care for people, and y'all say it's a private matter. It's a private matter. You know, on another morning, maybe tomorrow, you see all the jumping up on Lane Avenue? We shared on our page here about a year ago when they were sharing out COVID cash grants. You remember the 2020 election? Same folks on Lane Avenue chased out the PPP when they were sharing the cash grant. They skipped some people. Those people sharing the grant, they were told, don't give Darrett, don't give Bridget. They were the ones who chased me out. And those people passed those people. And Darrett and Bridget shared the grievance on Facebook. I can show y'all. So when I see y'all jumping up over a road, you know, some little thin asphalt road that can break up if a little gasoline fall on it. Right? I smile. Because just a month ago, they didn't even want to give you COVID cash grant. Now the road got you somersaulted. Look, you better take a box of coke up and 10,000 and go in the car. So Jones is right. And it's not only in Georgetown. The Lexiland is all the other NDCs and municipalities. I ain't forget what happened at BV, triumph. We forget that. And some of us could allow ourselves to be corrupted by these jagabats and trench crappers. Right? And then they go out there and they kind of dangle a couple things over us. Oh, we want you all to do well. Right? Well, they look like they abandoned the Independence Boulevard project. They ain't gonna finish that in time for local government election. Displace a whole set of people, and the project just struggling along. They said it's set to open soon. You interpret, right? Soon, that's relative. They're gonna open the Independence Boulevard soon. Right. The trick in this whole thing is that people have to be empowered economically and socially. At the same time, you have infrastructural development. Right? If I have a smooth road to walk on and I'm hungry, it ain't changing my circumstance. It don't change my circumstance. Right? It don't change my circumstance. So I was in this area here quite recently, and huge portions of this project just seemed to be abandoned. Nothing was happening. So when I see they say soon, I just is smiling. I just is smiling because soon is relative. You know, a lot of people they here waiting. You know, people gone to the States, they're coming back soon. Whole life, whole up. You know, a couple people gonna get some trinkets. The vast amount of people in this country will remain impoverished if we continue with some of the policies of this current administration. Personally, and I think I can say this for a lot of other people, I have no hate for people who want to follow and support, the PPP. As people, as individuals, as human beings, is the policies and the direction we're going in. Right? If the PPP has a policy to develop people, right? It is something contrary to the DNA. It's friends, family, and favorites first, everything else afterwards. Everything else afterwards. GT Root Girl, Diane, Desiree, Suzette, Wendell, that's going to do it for us for our time this morning. That is going to do it for us at this end this morning. Good folks, we pull the curtains down on our program. Thanks for joining us, folks. Share that live for us. Share the live. Share. Smash that emoji button as well. We want as many people as possible to get valid, credible information. Folks, good to see you, folks. We're going to pursue some information. I got to giddy up, head in that direction. But I want to encourage you, folks. If you find any value in the work that we do here, make a decision to partner with us, especially you in the diaspora. We're available via Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. All these platforms for your convenience. Folks, it's not easy doing these programs. It costs something. And we want to keep bringing you guys valid, credible information. Help us to do that. We thank you for your love. Sometimes it's not enough. We thank you for your support, and we thank you for your generosity. Help us to keep going. Help us to keep going. Share the live. The shares looking thin on Facebook. The shares looking thin. Smash that emoji button before you go, folks. That being said, that's going to do it for us at this end. Thanks for joining our broadcast. We're simply delighted that you chose to spend this time with us. That's it. You know, some of us can wait to see the words going up now. That's our time, folks. That's our program. Stay safe. Stay safe. Good seeing you, Claire Alexis, Charmley, Dolly, and Edward, Osmond, Gwyneth. Good seeing you, folks. We love having you guys here. Take care. Stay safe. I can say now we're not going to have our podcast today because we're going to be out there in the field getting some things done. So we're going to be off with our podcast for today. We're going to see you guys back tomorrow with the podcast. But see you guys in our other program later on this evening. Stay safe.